Right, ato. Okay, good afternoon, magandang hapon sa ating lahat. At tayo na naman po ay magsasama-sama para sa 40 minuto hanggang 1 oras o sana hindi naman umabot ng mahigit 1 oras ang ating tutorial sa araw nito. Ako nga po pala muli si Tutor Ronald, ang siyang magbibigay sa inyo ng dagdag kaalaman sa mga aralin sa Senior High School Practical Research 2. Bago muna tayo magsimula, gusto ko munang pasalamatan dahil lagi kong nakakalimutan magpasalamat. Siyempre sa ating Panginoon at pangalawa ang aking kumpare na principal ng Haro 1 Central School dito sa Haro Leyte kung saan ako online dahil sa bahay namin ay medyo mahina ang signal kaya nakiusap ako sa aking kaibigan na principal ng Haro 1 Central School na dito muna ako sa kanyang eskwelahan mag-online tutorial. Kaya maraming salamat Sir Edgar Cativo ng Haro 1 Central School. Sana nakikinig siya or kung mapanood niya to ay again maraming salamat. Okay, so ngayong hapon na to tayo ay nasa week 5 ng week 3. So 3 linggo na lang ay matatapos ng ating third quarter. So, konting tiis na lang. Ayon sa ating most essential learning competencies, ang content standard para sa week na ito ay the specificity, and feasibility of the problem posed. Specificity, specific, kung gaano ka-specific ang problem at gaano ka-feasible ang problem na ating ibibigay sa ating or pag-aaralan sa ating research study. At batay rin sa ating MELC, narito ang mga competencies or objective para sa week 5. Ito ang mga sumusunod. States research questions. So, pag-aaralan natin kung paano tayo mag-formulate ng research questions para sa ating gagawing research. Pangalawa, indicates scope and delimitation of study. Ang scope and delimitation of study or the study ay isa sa mga bahagi ng chapter 1 ng ating research. Let's not forget that we have already started our chapter 1 of our research. Since last week, we started, of course, with the research title. And then we also discussed last week the background of the study, which is in the introduction. So, nasa chapter 1 pa rin tayo. And ang pangatlong objective para sa week na ito ay presents written statement of the problem in relation to the first objective, which is about research questions. So, dalawa lang po ito sa ating topics na pag-aaralan sa araw at sa oras na ito. Okay. Before we start, let's have first a review of our discussion last week. Let's see if we have learned something from our week 4 discussion. Ayan, so ang directions po sa ating first learning task ay determine if the statement is true or false based on the discussion last week. Again, ang pinag-aralan natin last week ay tungkol sa Background of study at research title. No? How to formulate or how to write a good research title and how to write the background of the study. Okay, so ang first question, ang first statement po natin ay the background of the study is an overview of the research study and explains why you as researcher are doing the study. So we will determine if the statement is true or false based on our discussion last week. So again, the background of the study is an overview of the research study and explains why you as researcher are doing the study. So is the statement true or false? The answer is, or the statement is true. So again, the background of this study is an overview of the research study and explains why you as researcher are doing the study. Okay, for the second statement, other studies, particularly the research recommendations, cannot be considered as sources of research topics. No? So meaning, ang ibang research or ibang pag-aaral, particularly ang recommendations ng mga pag-aaral na ito ay hindi maaaring maging source ng research topics. So what's the answer for number 2? Is the statement true or false? Ayan, good afternoon muna sa ating mga nakasubaybay, nakatutok sa mga oras na ito, si Ruel Magsico Pilar, Vilma Magsico Pilar. Yes, good afternoon. Jerry Valerio, good afternoon po. Christian Paul Soriano and John Michael Mahilana. Christian Paul from SDO1 Pangasinan. Okay, magandang hapon. So, maaari po kayong sumagot sa ating activity. I-type nyo lang po sa inyo sa comment box, no, ang sagot. So again, nasa number 2 na po tayo. Determine if the statement is true or false based on the discussion last week. Number 2, other studies, particularly the research recommendations, cannot be considered as sources of research topics. The correct answer for this statement is false. So the statement, second statement is false. Other studies, particularly the recommendations, can also be considered as sources of research topics. Next, number 3. Again, sa ating pong mga nakatutok sa Facebook Live at sa ating YouTube, you can participate, no, in our activity. Just type in your answer. At wag po kayong mag-alala, wala po tayong okay lang po magkamali, no? Okay lang po magkamali. Diyan naman po tayo natututo sa ating mga pagkakamali. Okay? So, number 3, a correlation study on the use of blended learning in freshman English classes and student achievement is an example of a specific title or topic. Is the statement true or false? Ayan. So, a correlation study in the use of blended learning in freshman English classes and student achievement ay isa pong example ng title or research title or topic. So, ang tanong is it an example of specific title or topic? If you still remember, we differentiated last week specific title from a broad title. Okay, so number 3, true. So, specific title po ang ating binigay na title. No? Now, kung natatandaan nyo, ginamit ko itong example na to last week sa ating discussion about research titles. Yung pong naka-underline na blended learning in English classes, siya po yung broad topic, no? Kung saan kinunan ang specific title or topic. No? So, kailangan sa ating research title ay specific tayo sa ating research title. Okay, number 4. True or false pa rin, research title should have a list of key variables, scientific, it should be scientific, technical style. It should have 12 words maximum and should have no repetitive words. But take note, ang 12 words maximum, hindi po siya prescribed. Parang ano lang siya, suggested. No? If you can make it 12 words maximum, better. Pero kung hindi naman talaga kaya, I mean, mawawala yung essence ng title. Kung 12 words lang, okay lang mag more than 12 words. No? Importante yung essence or yung meaning ng title. So, 12 words maximum, pwedeng more than 12 words maximum. Okay? So, the answer is number 4, true. Tingnan nga natin kung meron nag-answer ng true. Ayan, ang daming nag-answer. Hindi ko napansin kanina. Yes, okay lang mag-try. Number 3, Maria Estela Bayhon. Try lang. True. Number 3. Okay, ang daming nag-answer ng true. Okay, very good. Meron tayong watcher, Facebook watcher from Division of Cagayan de Oro. Ayan, meron din tayo sa YouTube na nanonood. Laymar Arpon. Ayan, ang dami kong mga nakatutok sa araw nito. At ang iba ay parang familiar sa akin. Ayan, si Jodelyn Serrera, Laymar Arpon. Sige, let's continue. Number 5, research title should be clear, concise, original, and broad. By the way, yes, hi, Fredilyn Alzate. Good PM po, Raymar B. Faith. If you answer, please include the number, no? Para alam po natin kung anong number po kayo sumagot, na. Again, okay lang po magkamali, no? Okay lang mag-try. Wag po tayong mahihiya kahit na magkamali. Ayan, number 5. Ayan, dami mo sumasagot ng true. Mayroon tayong watcher from Division of Manila, Leonie DF. 5 true according to Laymar Arpon. Yeah. Uy, 5 false. Kala ha? Inom muna ako. Bakit false ang ating number 5? It's because of the word broad. Hindi nyo napansin, no? It's because of the word false. Of the word broad. So, dapat ang research title should be clear, concise, original, and specific. Kala, ang dami nag-answer ng true. O meron, false pala according to Ramiro Peralta. Yes, false po ang answer, no? This is the last number for our review part of our tutorial. Research topic should be doable with the resources at your disposal and within the required time frame. So I guess self-explanatory ang sentence. Naintindihan naman po natin, no? Yes, broad make it false. Yup, specific, Melba umandam. Sige nga, number 6. Ano pong answer natin sa number 6? Before we move on. Ayun, according to Ramiro Peralta, true. Ang number 6, according to Maria Cela Bayhon, false. Okay, Division of Rizal. Miracle Halili. Ayun, meron na nag-answer ng number 6, true. Leonie DF, Rain Nabo. Yes, SMART principle yun sa ating characteristics sa number 6. Yes, sa number 6, SMART principle. So, true. No? Number 6 statement is true. Research topic should be doable within the resources at our disposal and within the required time frame. Okay, sabi nga ni Ramiro Peralta, it should follow the SMART principle. Ano nga ulit yung SMART? Specific, measurable, ano pa? Attainable, time-bound, and ano nga yung R? Relevant. Anyway, sige, let's proceed to, yes, precisely true. Specific, measurable, attainable, ang R, reliable daw, according to Melba Umandam. Anyway, let's proceed now to our first topic for this afternoon, stating research questions. So, what is it according to our module? By the way, ang module na pinagbatayan ko ng aking presentation para sa hapon at actually ginagamit ko talaga siya sa aking mga tutorial at sa aking klase ay ang module na mula sa Region 10. So marami pong salamat sa module ng Region 10, no? And syempre dinagdagan ko rin po na ilang information mula sa libro. Kung nakikita nyo, ito po yung libro. Practical Research for Senior High School, Quantitative, Book 2, Quantitative by Prieto and others. So, ito po yung pangalawa kong reference or resource material. Okay, let's proceed. So, what is it or ano nga ba ang statement of the problem? Statement of the problem describes an issue currently existing which needs to be addressed. It also provides the context for the research study and it generates the questions which the research study aims to answer. Ang statement of the problem po ay isa sa mga parts ng ating chapter 1 ng research. And sa statement of the problem, dyan po natin sinusulat or sinasama ang research questions, no? Sa ating research statement of the problem. So again, it describes an issue, meaning ano yung issue or problema na gusto mong mabigyan ng solusyon or mabigyan ng kasagutan, no? Kasabay ng problem nito or issue ay yung context ng iyong research study, no? And from the topic, from the issue, we generate or formulate the specific questions which our research study aims to answer. So malinaw po. Now, ano pa? Statement of the problem is a clear description of the issues. So, inulit lang po kanina, again, description of the issues. And it includes the objectives, an issue statement, and a method to be used in solving the problem. You know? So, sa statement of the problem, again, generally, or basically, it includes the objectives, an issue statement, and a method to be used in solving the problem. No? So, ano nga ba ang dapat nating isaalang-alang sa ating pag-formulate ng research questions? So, narito po ang ilang mga katanungan. Is a problem of current interest. Mahalaga na ang problem or issue na ating pag-aaralan or magiging sentro ng ating research ay current or napapanahon, timely kumbaga. Siguro naman kung tayo ay keen observer sa ating lugar, sa ating komunidad, no, or kung tayo ay palaging nakikinig ng mga balita, ano, updated tayo, malalaman natin kung ano ang mga problema na napapanahon, no? Is a problem likely to continue in the future? No? Hindi lang ba ito ang problema or ang issue ay maaari bang magpatuloy or maaari bang maging bumalik muli sa future. Now, bakit mahalaga ito? Dahil kung nagkaroon ka na ng research study sa ngayon and then biglang naulit yung problema na to, ang mga future researchers ay magkakaroon na sila ng ideya sa topic na ito sa pamamagitan ng iyong research. Okay? So, yan po ay mahalaga. How large is the population being affected by the problem? Ibig sabihin, isasaalang-alang natin ang population or ang tawag ito, yung makakakuha ng significance, no, ng ating research. For example, ang research ba natin ay nasa ating komunidad, no, o nasa ating paaralan, no? So, importante din po na ang population ay isalang-alang because they are being affected by the problem. Now, how popular, important, or influential is the population? Importante din po ang mga characteristics na ito ng population. No? Popularity, importance, and kung gaano ka-influential ang population. I guess population in research, of course, is yung buong population na ating target subject, no, sa ating research. But then again, sa population, hindi natin kailangan isama lahat, no? Kukuha lang tayo ng sample mula sa population. Okay? Next, ano pa? Will the gathered information about the problem have practical applications? So makakatulong nga ba ito ang research natin at ang mga impormasyon na ating makukuha? Will the gathered information about the problem have theoretical application? So meron bang practical and theoretical applications ang ating impormasyon na makakalap? Next, would this study create or improve an instrument? For example, instrument here means the tool that we will use in the research. No? Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ba tayo ng isang research instrument or tool na maaring magamit in the future na ibang researchers, or gagamit ba tayo ng isang instrument na magkakaroon ng improvement, no? Sa pamamagitan ng ating research. Would the research findings lead to some useful change towards best practices? So, this talks about the significance of our research. So, dapat our research findings should lead to some useful change towards best practices. So these are some of the questions that we have to consider when we think about the problem, which we will, of course, based our research questions, specific research questions. Yes, good afternoon, our audience, our watcher from Division of Palawan, Culion District, Rosemary Gargar, watching from Nueva Ecija, Frank Salazar. Okay. So, just like the sources of research title, no? Meron tayong common sources of statement of the problem. Medyo pares to sa sources of research title, no? One is related literature from one's own area of interest and various theories in the discipline or in the area that we are interested in to study or to research on. For example, is it on social science ba, or behavioral science, sports science, or education, etc. No? So related literature from one's own area or of interest and various theories in the discipline. So where do we get these theories and the related literature? From our references, no? From our sources. So from printed materials, from web-based material. So, makakakuha po tayo ng ating para inspirasyon para sa ating statement of the problem or the problem itself. A reproduction of previous related studies. Mga nagawa ng research studies or, for example, thesis or dissertation. So, we can get ideas for our problem from these materials, no, related studies. Personal experiences and interests of the researcher. So ito po ang pinaka common or pinakamadaling mapagkukunan ng ating problem para sa ating research. Ang personal experiences and, of course, interests of the researcher or the researchers. So, importante po na interesado tayo. Kumbaga, sa atin mismo nga galing ang motivation, ang interest para gawin ang research, no? So, kung ito'y bate sa ating personal experience, parang mas madali siyang gawin. Kasi, alam na natin, hindi na tayo mahihirapan kumuha ng mga ideya or informasyon dahil nga nakaka-relate tayo. Alright, so those are some of the common sources of the statement of the problem. Now let's continue to guidelines in writing statement of the problem. Okay. So usually, statement of the problem ends with questions. No? Ends with questions. There's a short parang introduction and then followed by specific questions. No? And the questions contain two variables, measurable relationship and some indications of the population. So, ayan, measurable, smart, no? Sabi nga ng ating mga taga-subaybay. Alright? So, measurable relationship. So, dapat, again, ang questions, merong two variables, merong measurable relationship and indications of population. For example, the question is, what is the relationship between the farm productivity and farmers' use of fertilizers? So what are the two measurable relationships? Farm productivity level and measure of fertilizer use. Ano ang indication ng population? So, ang population ay ang farmers. No? Farmers. So, merong indication ng population ng farmers. Again, may nandyan ang ating dalawang variable, farm productivity level and the measure of fertilizer use. Next. Now, in summary, the purpose of the literature review that follows thereafter is to answer the research questions. Now, take note, after ng discussion natin about research problem and scope and delimitation, the next topic that we'll discuss is about the review of related literature, chapter 2 ng ating research. No? So, chapter 2 or the review of related literature follows after the research questions. And again, ang purpose ng review of related literature is to answer the research questions. Now, if the literature cannot answer the questions, the researcher needs to do so through conducting the research. So, kung na-found out ng researcher na merong gap sa information sa problem na gusto niyang i-research, then that's a parang indication or that's a good parang maganda siyang anong tawag dito? It's a good indication na ang research ay kailangan mong ipagpatuloy dahil kailangan mong mapunan yung gap, no, sa information do sa problem na yun, no? Or kailangan mong masagot ang mga katanungan about sa problem or topic ng iyong research kasi nga merong kulang dun sa literature na iyong mga nabasa. Okay? Alright, so we're done with the first topic for this afternoon session, which is stating research problems. Now let's proceed to the second topic, which is indicating scope and delimitation of the study. Para hindi tayo mag-overtime at meron pang susunod na subject sa atin. Ayan, good afternoon muna sa ating watchers from Bukidnon, Danden Salceda, from Rojas West Central, Ruby Lizardo Balino. Good afternoon po sa ating lahat from Cebu. Thelma Formentera Soringa or Sorenga. Julian May Mateo from grade 11 siya. Grade 11 UMS E. Tia Marie Okias, also UMS E. Ayan, meron tayong mga estudyante. Meron tayong mga estudyante, teachers, parents. Maraming po salamat and good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. So, ano nga ba ang scope of the study ng isang sa research, no? The scope of the study refers to how far the research area has been explored and has been operating within parameters of the study. Ayan, live po tayo at pati po ang manok live. Scope of the study, parang telescope, di ba? Gaano kalayo ang nararating ng telescope, no? Ganun din po ang scope of the study. Refers to how far the research area has been explored and has been operating within parameters of the study. While limitations of the study are those characteristics of design that have impact or influence in the interpretation of the findings of your research. Meaning, kung meron kang scope, gaano kalawak, no, ang study or field ng iyong research, of course, hindi mo naman yan kailangan sakupin lahat, no? Dahil posible yan. Meron kang isi-set na limitation sa iyong study na maaaring magkaroon ng impact or influence sa interpretation ng findings ng iyong research, no? Ano nga ba? Example, gaano karami ang iyong sample from the population? Sino? Saan? Kailan? No? So, these information are included in your limitations of the study. So, yung pong pagkakaiba ng scope at limitations of the study. Parang, ano siya, parang broad to specific. Now, in the scope and limitation of the study, there are two types of information that you will or you should include in your research. Of course, the information that is factual, which facts refers to pieces of information that are being used as pieces of evidence to prove that a study undergoes successive experiment or actual gathering of data or data. So another type of information is the theoretical information or theories. These are ideas or principles gathered from different sources like books or articles from the internet. It is just a presumption of the study explanation to support the study. No? So these are the two types of information that you should include in your research project. Okay, facts and theories. Now, here are some features in formulating scope and limitations of the study. First, state categorically the periods covered by the study. So, for example, kung ngayon, of course, kung ngayon gagawin ang research is specific and state categorically that the study is conducted during the school year 2020-2021, or kung mas specific pa, third quarter or second semester of the school year 2020-2021. So you should state it categorically, okay? Meaning isulat nyo, no? List specific aspects of the data such as personal information, sample size, geographic location, and variables. and list the academic theories applied to the data so the reader knows the lens of analysis you are using. So you will cite the theories or principles that you use in your research study para malaman ng reader kung ano yung ginamit mong analysis sa iyo. Kumbaga, ano ang pinagbatayan ng iyong analysis, kaninong theory or anong academic theory or principles or framework, no, ang pinagbatayan mo at ginamit sa iyong research. Now, here's an example of a scope and delimitation of the study. So the title of the research is The Role of Mass Media in Educational Development of Lala National High School from 2010 to 2020. 2010 to 2020. Very recent to Okay, so the scope and delimitation of the study. The scope of the study is limited to the role of mass media and educational development of Lala National High School from 2010 to 2020. The scope of mass media equipment that is being used are the television, radio, and other electronic sets which are meant to give out information objectively through their effective usage to educate the poor masses. There are 300 questionnaires to be adequately filled out and returned by the target audience to ascertain some variables. So, anong mga characteristic ang nasa delimitation of the study? Ayan. Merong personal information, merong coverage 2010 to 2020, geographic location sa Lala National High School. Okay? So specific ang mass media equipment, television, radio, and other electronic sets. And then method, anong method ang gagamitin? 300 questionnaires to be adequately filled out and returned by the target audience. Okay, so that's an example of a one paragraph scope and delimitation of the study. It can be more than, no? It can be more than one paragraph ang yung scope and delimitation of the study. Of course, if you need to use information that is taken directly from, or could be rephrased from a source, then you should cite it in your paragraph in your scope and delimitation of the study. Now, here's an example of a written statement of the problem. So the research title is The Development and Validation of a Tri-Modular Instructional Program in Speech and Oral Communication for the Collegiate Level. Okay, the researcher was Julita Kabab, and the research was conducted in 2010. Here's the statement of the problem. These papers sought to develop and validate tri-modular instructional program for speech and oral communication on the collegiate level. So, very clear and very specific ang statement of the problem. No, direct to the point. And the statement of the problem is taken from the research title or is based on the research title. If you notice, there are variables from the research title that are mentioned in the statement of the problem. It attempted to answer the following question. So from a one sentence introduction of the statement of the problem, you'll follow it with questions. No? And then, of course, before you start your questions, you should first have a short introductory clause. No? It attempted to answer the following questions, and these are the questions. What is the profile of the subjects in terms of age, gender, and year level? Next, what are the results of the needs assessment based on diagnostic tests? Based on the results of the diagnostic tests, what innovative program may be proposed? How was the tri-modular program validated using experimental design? So the tri-modular program includes the pre-test, the control and experimental group, the pre-test and post-test of the control group, the pre-test and post-test of the experimental group, and the post-test of the control and experimental group. So, ang tri-modular program ay dumaan sa validation, no, using experimental design. So, parang very familiar sa atin ang word na tri-modular, no? Dahil although hindi tri-modular ang ina-adapt natin ngayon, may kinalaman din ito sa modular, di ba? Ang ating modality, learning modality na ina-adapt sa mga panahon ngayon ay ang modular distance learning. Next, ano pang questions ang binigay ng researcher? How did the subject matter experts assess the revised tri-modular material in terms of adherence to course objectives, comprehensiveness of content, manner of presentation, usefulness of the material, and relevance of the material? So, itong mga criteria ay sa tingin ko nasa isang questionnaire wherein ginamit ng researcher para i-assess yung tri-modular material ng mga subject matter experts, no? So, ano pa? Okay, so that's it. Let's see kung meron pa tayong mga tagapakinig dyan. Watching from Ozami City National High School. Emilita Dahunan, good afternoon po. May kilala po ako sa Ozami City National High School na teachers. Evelyn Ariola Sonico, Eugene Cadillo, 7 de Los Santos, Sindalan High School. Alright, so let's test your learning, your understanding. So after knowing the concepts and guidelines in writing research title, provide specific research questions based on the research titled A Correlation Study on the Use of Blended Learning in Freshman English Classes and Student Achievement. So siguro sa ano nyo lang to, sa papel nyo na lang, no, gawin, isulat ang sagot ninyo sa ating learning task. After knowing the concepts and guidelines in writing research questions, dapat yan, sorry. Writing research questions, provide 3 possible specific research questions based on the research titled A Correlation. Di ata ma-pronounce ko, sir. Oo nga. Mutalib Daisaysa. Tama ba ang aking pronunciation? Correlation of study on the use of blended learning in freshman English classes and student achievement. Sige. I will leave you with this learning task. So, kayo nang bahala. Sana merong sumagot niyan para, maging meaningful ang ating learning. What have you learned for our learning task 3? Now that you are done knowing the guidelines and features stating research questions and indicating scope and delimitation of the study, take a look back and remember the things you learned. You just complete the statement. Based on the lesson, I realized that stating research questions is, or indicating scope and delimitation of the study is blah, blah, blah. Okay? Next. Eto, madali lang to. 5 questions lang. So, kung sino makakasagot, merong premyo. Joke lang. Baka singilin nyo ko ng premyo. Anyway, madali lang po ito. Choose the letter of the correct answer to complete the statement. Ayan, ang papipilian, statement of the problem, scope and delimitation of the study, background of the study. Number 1. Ay, sumagot ka agad si Mutalib Daisaisa. A daw. Blank generates the questions which the research study aims to answer. Tama, A. Next. The blank refers to how far the research area has been explored and has been operating within parameters of the study. Sige nga, sino makakasagot sa ating second item or statement? Complete the statement. Ano po kaya ang terms na kukumpleto sa ating statement? Is it A, the statement of the problem, B, scope of the study, or C, background of the study? According to Mutalib Daisaisa, that's B ang kanyang sagot. Correct. B, scope of the study. So the scope of the study refers to how far the research area has been explored and has been operating within parameters of the study. Number 3. The blank are those characteristics of design that have impact or influence in the interpretation of the findings of your research. A, statement of the problem, B, delimitation of the study, or C, background of the study. Sige, pakita ko na lang po ang sagot. The answer is B, delimitation of the study. Number 4, blank refers to pieces of information that are being used as pieces of evidence to prove that a study undergoes successive experiment or actual gathering of data. The answer for number 4 is C, facts. And number 5, blank are ideas or principles gathered from different sources like books or articles from the internet. Ayan. Sumasagot pa rin si Mutalib Daisaisa. B daw ang kanyang sagot. So number 5, again, blank are ideas or principles gathered from different sources like books or articles from the internet. The answer is theories. Okay, theories. Alright, so for our final assessment, learning task pang 4 na pala ito. Starting from our review kanina. So this is our learning task number 4. And this is our final assessment, no? So based on your proposed or approved research title, as your output from the previous module, do the following. Present the statement of the problem with at least 4 specific research questions and indicate the scope and delimitation of the study or inquiry. So ito po ang yung magiging output para sa week na ito or para sa module na to. So itong previous module, it's about your research title. So I guess meron na kayong proposed research title or maybe na-approve na siya ng inyong research teacher. So next thing to do is to present the statement of the problem with at least 4 specific research questions and indicate the scope and the limitation of the study. So step by step po tayo, no? So tapos na tayo sa research title and then background of the study, bakit tayo nagre-research sa topic na ito, bakit gusto natin i-research, no? And then ano ang ating mga specific research questions na gusto natin mabigyan ng kasagutan. And next, ano ang scope ng ating research, hanggang saan, at ano ang ating pag-aaralan lamang sa field or discipline ng ating research. Okay? Yes, salamat din Mutalib Dai Saisa. And thank you that you learned from our tutorial today. Thank you also for participating. So that's it. Thank you very much. Natapos na tayo muli sa ating tutorial sa oras na ito para sa week 5, quarter 3 ng ating senior high school practical research 2. So again, thank you. Maraming salamat. Daghang salamat. Damo nga salamat. And for comments and suggestions, email us at edtech@deped.gov.ph. Up next, tutor reverie for statistics and probability. Maaari nagsisimula na po siya ngayon. Maaari po kayong sumubaybay pagkatapos ng session natin. At tapos na po tayo sa ating session sa hapon na ito. Again, marami pong salamat. Kita-kita po muli tayo next week para sa ating week 6 at chapter 2 ng inyong research, practical research or the quantitative research. Marami pong salamat.